Dustbowl is the worst map in TF2. Now, I know that's quite a harsh claim to make when there's maps like CP Snowplow and Mercenary Park, but just hear me out on this one. I really do think Dustbowl is the worst map in TF2. So, it's not an unfair thing to say that Dustbowl has been memed a lot over the years, and, well, for many reasons. The first one being, the map is ancient. It was one of the first original 6 maps included in the game when it launched, back in 2007. Because Dustbowl has been around for so long, it's inevitably seen all of the memes and all of the states that TF2 has ever gone through, and therefore people have a lot of nostalgia tied to this map. That combination of passion and nostalgia can cause people to create memes about this map, and such, and the stereotypes of the people that play it. Now, the second reason as to why Dustbowl has been so memed over the years is that because the map is so old, there's a very specific clientele still engaging in it today. These players can include anything from the clueless Gibbous engineer who just installed yesterday, to the demo man and his medic girlfriend with kilowatt unusuals coming out of every orifice possible. Because of this widely stereotyped clientele, when you load into a Dustbowl game, you know exactly what you're going to get. You will either be on the team with the pub stompers, or you will be on the team with the 5 sentries built on last. And, well, each team is one of the two. There is no in between. This has left the average Dustbowl experience for a TF2 player to be pretty toxic. Be it 24-hour servers or just in casual, the average Dustbowl match is going to include someone in a chat being toxic, someone being destroyed, someone not having fun, all the works. And personally, I don't blame this on the clientele, I don't blame this on the players. I blame it on the map itself, its layout, its designs, and, well, let's just get into it. Why does Dustbowl suck? Well, I personally think it comes down to 3 different factors. Chokes, crits, and repetition. Let's talk about that first point, chokes. A choke point is anywhere on the map where the teams are narrowly funneled against each other. It could be a small corridor, a doorway, any of the such, anywhere with a small entrance zone where the combat must take place for the game to progress. Dustbowl's first stage has only 2 areas, therefore, on paper, there should only be 1 choke point connecting the 2. However, there's actually 2 choke points on Dustbowl's first stage. The narrow tunnels connecting point A and point B, and Blue's spawn room. Everyone who's ever played on Dustbowl knows that spawn camping on this map is outrageous. So let's try to recreate your average stage 1 Dustbowl experience. Let's say for example you wanted to go for the control point. Very smart decision. But there's always going to be a Texan there with his level 3 daddy. Now, what about if you tried to use the other 2 routes? Well, there's always going to be Australians there, scoping you down and killing you before you can even have a chance to breathe. Dustbowl's second stage is actually a lot better than the first. The choke points are further away from the spawn point of Blue, therefore Blue have more room to pursue and Red have more room to retreat. This means the teams are more evenly balanced, but it's about as balanced as a medical student's drinking habits. By far the worst offender of the choke point problem is Stage 3. Stage 3 is so heavily skewed in Red's favour that your average Blue player would have more fun trying to make lemonade out of stones. The first open area of the map features this concrete building with the 2 narrow windows, you know the one that's always full of sentries, the one that medics like to retreat to. This is a horrible map design decision and I can't believe it was ever added in. But this isn't even the worst point of the first area. The worst point of the area by far is the tiny selection of stairs Blue are crammed through to even try and get out into the open. This is a thriving ground for pyros and demo men. That combined with the perfect conditions for an unstoppable sentry nest earlier makes this map just so incredibly difficult to play on if you're Blue. Okay, I've said the word choke enough. Let's talk about something else. The second defender on my list is crits, and I don't just mean random crits. A well-coordinated medic and his team should be rewarded for punishing the enemy. However, because of Dustbowl's absolutely terrible geometry, if one team doesn't have an abundance of power classes that could easily be critted by a medic or other situations, then, well, the other team is just lost. Dustbowl's lack of horizontal space means that dodging splash damage crits can be an insufferable task. Pyros and heavies included in this. There's nothing your average pyro loves more than making you backpedal, and a heavy using a tight spread weapon like the Tomislav can just set up anywhere on defense and essentially snipe you from anywhere on the map. If the red team has a coordinated Crits Creek medic, you can just kiss winning goodbye. But in all honesty, I'd liken the complaining about crits down to just me being me. My third and final point as to why Dustbowl is so bad is repetition. If you load into a Dustbowl server, you know exactly what kind of experience you're going to get. Your team is either going to steamroll or you will be steamrolled. There will always be several engineers building up sentries in impossible spots for blue to take down on oppression. There will always be demo men spamming their crit stickies at the choke points, and there will always be snipers. Just everywhere, there will always be snipers. This is because Dustbowl matches are full of the same people doing the same things day after day. They'll always be playing their mains, they'll always be playing sniper or whatever it might be. Therefore, every Dustbowl match will be the same, because every same person is playing it every time. You don't get people accidentally queuing up for a Dustbowl game once, playing it and thinking, oh okay, that was fine, and then never playing it again. No, people treat this map like it's a religion. And granted, this is because the usual people that play Dustbowl have been around for a long time. They're usually those who will rage quit the game after being randomly critted, those are constantly complaining in chat as to why they're not being focus healed by every medic on the team, and as to why everyone isn't a medic on the team focus healing them. You know the kind of characters. My overall point for this section is that when you load up Dustbowl, you know the kind of experience you're going to get, and it's not usually going to be a good one. So, will Dustbowl ever change? No, of course it won't. It will always be the same thing day after day, and I guess that's why some people like it. Me personally though, there's so many sentry nests I can take on a tight choky map before I want to tear all my hair out and go bald. I don't really have anything else to say. I've made every point I wanted to. I think Dustbowl sucks, and I've given the reasons as to why. God, I kind of wish I'd written the script. That would have been nice. Thank you if you did watch this. Thank you. This will probably... I've recorded a lot of content, but I haven't recorded any dub-overs yet, apart from this one. This will be my first. So, this will most likely be the first video going out. But I learnt a while ago that you should never just post one video and then make the next. You should have at least 3 or 4 backed up before you start posting. You know, that's how you generate that, something, I don't know. Anyway, why am I doing this? Well, I basically just wanted a space where I can talk about TF2 related things, or maybe some other games. I do think everyone should try this at least once, every passionate TF2 player, or, you know, it doesn't matter what game you're passionate about, you should at least, every person's got one story in them. I think it's the same with videos. You should at least try to do something like that. Anyway, yeah, as you can tell, I'm very off the script, because I never had one to begin with. Oh, what am I going to do now? That's interesting. I don't know, I've been working on this since 9 o'clock and it's currently 1. I don't know, maybe I'll go outside. I'll probably walk the dog. Okay, alright. Well, thank you for watching, and yeah, till next time. Bye.